Hi guys! I'm just waiting a couple seconds to see if anyone else jumps on. Otherwise I'll dive right in. Hi, it's Georgie. Looks like a small group. That's totally cool. Hey everybody, I'm Georgie. I write initforthelongrun.com. I made this handy little sign because, oh, thank you for the hearts. It's the number 4, so when I say initforthelongrun.com, I don't want anyone to get confused, because I would get confused. Side note, if you're a new blogger, don't put a number in your URL. It's kind of confusing. But anyways, oh well. I wanted to share today how I created a workflow for my blog, which helped me so much to get more done in less time. Just as context, so I've been blogging for a little bit over 2 years, and for about the first year I had like no workflow whatsoever. And for anyone who doesn't read my blog, I write about really creating your own version of healthy for the long run, which for me personally includes a lot of, thanks for sharing, vegetarian recipes, fitness, but right now it's mostly vegetarian recipes. But anyways, so for the first year I kind of flew by the seat of my pants. Basically the night before I'd be like, oh, I guess I should blog. I really had no consistency. And I was also in college, so that was also a season when I was a lot busier. I just had a lot of things going on. I was one of those people who thought it was a good idea to take 18 credits, do 1,010 clubs. I had a couple jobs on campus too, so quite busy. So right now I'm fortunate to only really have my job and my blog that I work on. I don't have really any kids or any big commitments, so I am lucky that I have more time. But having a blog process for creating your content can be so helpful. So I was just going to walk through kind of what I did, and if you guys have any thoughts or anything that you wanted to share, like comment away. So first of all, I'm always writing down ideas, no matter what. So often I get my best ideas when I'm on a run, or usually it's after a run in the shower. That is like idea prime time. And I always have to make sure that I write them down or I'll totally forget. And as much as I'd like to be more of a paper person, like my phone is what I have all the time. So usually it's on Evernote in my phone, just blog ideas. And then usually I like to look at my blog a month in advance. So I have an app that I really like, or a plugin that I really like on WordPress called, I believe it's Editorial Calendar. It's as simple as that. If you just look, search in the plugins. Yeah, seriously, your posts are amazing. But I definitely have found that when I'm able to post or plan ahead, I can create a lot more stuff because I can batch things, which helps me so much. Because if you're a food blogger, you definitely know that it's not like you can just decide that day, like, oh, I'm going to write a post, because lighting is everything. So I just wanted to walk through that. So again, first look at my content calendar for the month, kind of think about anything that I wanted to schedule, or if I have a sponsored post that I have to do, I plug those in first. And then I go to brainstorm mode. So sometimes I'll get inspiration by the foods that I really like, or if it's seasonal, something I've tried that I was inspired by a restaurant. I try to get inspired by real life as much as possible. And then I'll go onto Food Gawker because those images are beautiful. And I don't usually click through. I like to just look at the images and see what I think of. It's so easy. I mean, nothing's original, let's be real. But I try to be as original as possible, or at least put my spin on it. But anyways, so after I've brainstormed a bunch of ideas, usually I'll write down like maybe 15 different ideas, and then kind of go through and see what would work for my audience. And then I'll usually pick 4 or 5 on a weekend. I really try to make, because I can't do this every weekend, but usually I'll try to pump out either 4 or 5 recipes over a weekend. So it's over a Saturday and Sunday, and then I'll just like crank through a bunch. I definitely noticed that the whole process goes by so much faster if I can plan what I want the image to look like before I even start. Those definitely come out the best, rather than I've had times when I've just kind of winged it and it just falls flat, or it just takes so much longer because I just can't get the right angle or whatever. If you're a food blogger, you've probably definitely been there. Planning just helps so much. And then after that, usually throughout the week, I love editing, photo editing, because you can listen to a podcast or music, you can kind of zone out, and it's just creative and you don't have to think too hard. It's just very visual. And for me, I love that. And then, so usually I'll write out the recipes, kind of make a skeleton of the blog post. You can actually edit, basically the calendar plugin, you can click through and it will open up that blog post. It's awesome. So I'll throw in the recipe. Oh, I know, Periscope has pretty crappy, I can't even think, connection. I always get kicked out of Periscopes, or it'll just like lag. But where was I? So usually I'll throw in like the SEO stuff. So basically a skeleton, so I'm not looking at a blank page when I start to write. So everything is done except for the writing, and usually I'll do the writing a day or two before. That's personally when I need the most focus. I can't listen to any music. I can't be distracted. I have to shut kind of everything down and get in the zone. Sometimes I'm just, not feeling it. But I try to think of a story or the inspiration, try to think of how much value or whatever I can kind of share to make someone feel like they got something out of that post. So once I've written the post, I edit it, and then usually think about what my social media post will be like that next day, and then the day of the post, I'll usually create a couple different social media posts that day and schedule them out throughout the week. So that's basically the journey of one blog post, but basically batching, so planning everything in advance, batching the recipe creation and photography, and then spacing out the writing, because I can't do that all at once because it's a lot. I think that's, for me, it's some of the most rewarding, but definitely some of the most difficult stuff. It's not always coming easy. I edit and edit and edit a lot of the stuff. And it's funny because sometimes the things that I slave over, I'm like, this is gonna be it. This is the one. This is going viral. And it's like crickets. And then other times it's like, oh, I really don't know. I just have to send it out. And then that one goes great. So you never really know. The internet is a weird place. But anyways, I hope that was helpful. I'd love to hear, even if you guys want to tweet me what your process is like. I'm always fascinated by other bloggers' process. Thanks for joining me tonight. Hi to anyone who watches on the replay. You can still give hearts. Not that I don't even know what you'd call it. I don't know. I'm mumbling. It's late. I need dinner. But nice to see you guys. Bye!